Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bjornholm, where we're pretty much continuing on getting the bales ready to go down to the cows. Hopefully by the end of this episode I'll be showing you some more bale stacking down at the cows, which actually is going quite well. Now, I haven't done much off screen. I just set up some courses for field 38, which is being harvested at the moment. Ooh. Okay, so I think I can fit 14 bales on this. I know the download page for it said 12, but I think I can fit 14. Maybe I don't know why, but yeah, don't mind fitting more on. I'm gonna fit on as many as I possibly can with this this loader. I'm gonna pretty much go as high as I can. I'm at the wrong angle. Now. Uh-oh. Is that problems? That's not problems. Sometimes if you ram it like that, like I do, you end up with the bale physics glitching a small bit, and you end up with the bale essentially jammed onto the forks, and you have to do some strange things to get the bale off. Luckily that wasn't the case this time, but it has happened before. So let's just get this bale onto the trailer, and down and in, and take the spikes out. There we go. So you can see why I wanted to trailer that didn't have bale locking script. It's a lot easier and a lot neater, a lot quicker actually. It's not the prettiest trailer in the world, I know that. It's not the biggest, it's not the best, but it's got the script in it that I want, and it's the only one I could find. So if you can find, if you guys come across any trailers that have detachable script, the same kind of lock script where you can turn it on, let me know. I've completely screwed up that, and now it's stuck on the forks. So as if to demonstrate, this bale has decided to get jammed on the forks, so I'm now gonna have to do my trickery. There we go. Yeah, if you guys can find any trailers that have that locking script where I can attach and detach the bales, ideally a trailer that looks nicer than the E08 would be nice, because it's a nice trailer and all. I mean, it's got the script that I want, it's functional, but it's not the prettiest looking thing in the world. It doesn't really fit in with the whole aesthetic I've got going here, does it? Not that, you know, it's a bit ugly, but that's kind of the problem of the trailer itself, not the model. Bit monolithic as well in colour, I've just realised, but it works, and that's the main thing. Say without the lock script, I can actually stack them too high. With lock script there were a few issues, mainly that bales magically came out of the bottom row. I was like, yep, that bale's on. Oh no, it's popped out for some reason, but the bale on top of it's still there. Huh. Farming sim, you forgot the physics. If I had a telehandler, I'd be able to get a lovely triangular stack going, but I don't think it'll be all that stable. I'm just gonna nose up. Get this all lined up nicely. Just in a small bit more. Oops, went a bit too far in. In a small bit more, and reverse out. And don't take the bales with me, please. Thank you. Yeah. There's something relaxing about bale stacking like this, where there's no lock script screwing you over for 2 hours, because that's how long it took me last time on the much smaller field. And this You know, it took me maybe 20 minutes, half an hour per trailer, and this is taking me, what, 10 minutes? 10, 15 minutes? It's cut the time in probably more than halved it, to be honest. Because once the bales are locked, they are locked firm. I've tested it. I've pretty much flipped the trailer at one stage and in a different map, and no bales went anywhere, which is kind of exactly what I want when I'm transporting bales. It simulates them being tied down, I suppose, because if you tie down bales properly, they won't go anywhere. I'm just going to nudge this bale in a bit, because it's sticking out a bit far for my liking. The forks are causing an issue there, they're hitting off the trailer. There we go. That's going to cause a couple of issues, but nothing major. It's amazing, if I get the scripts I want and the mods I want and things going the way I want, I look like I actually know what I'm doing when I really, really don't. As I just proved by going in misaligned on that bale. There we go, that's nice. And yeah, this is still me playing, by the way. It's not some weird robot that I'm using. It is me using my Xbox controller, which is why I prefer using it, because it gives a lot more dynamic feel to the game, and I can predict the movements of the front loader a bit easier with that than with the mouse. There we go. Ooh. There we go. There we go. But yeah, that is pretty. And that's because I'm using the Xbox controller. Not that if you use mouse and keyboard you're wrong, it's just my preferred method of controlling, especially the front loader. There's the T4 rocketing down the hill. Good lord, it looks out of control. And possibly is. No, it's completely in control. That's the fastest I've ever seen the T4 go. Okay, so last two bales that I'll be able to get on, and then we'll lock them in place and bring them down to the cows and do, we'll restack them down there, because the stack down of the cows is different to this one, I suppose. I wonder if I can, I'm gonna have to go grab the bale handler as well. There we go. If this is a bale fork, are they bale spoons, the bale handlers? I mean, you know, forks are pointy, spoons are roundy and used for soup. And cereals, I suppose. Spoons are used to shovel things. What am I trying to explain spoons for? Why am I explaining spoons? That bale's just gonna go away. That's why I get a bit worried when I'm working on a hill with bales, and that one will do. Yes, that is a really bad way of picking up a bale, but it works. There's a bale continuing on. So this is the last bale to go into this trailer, and we'll just stick it up, and whoops. This is as high as I can get the arms, by the way, which is why I'm not going to be putting on another layer of bales. But yeah, with the lock script, it just turned on and off at random, seemingly, when the tractor was nearby, so it was very, very unpredictable as to whether or not the bales would stay where I put them or not. And that's good enough, I suppose. Not the prettiest stack in the world, but it's good enough. So let's pick up the trailer very carefully, and we'll just bring that up. And what? Did I have the lock script turned on this entire time? That would explain so much if it did, because the bales were acting a small bit weird. I still have two more fields to bale. I'll do them off screen. Just so I got something to do when I'm bored later tonight, I suppose. So I'm going to bring this down to the cows. I'm going the wrong way entirely, oh dear. I'm going to bring this down to the cows or via this longer route because I screwed up earlier on, and just kind of prove how good the lock script on the bale trailer is. Yep. I don't mind if that breaks physics. Because it's me, deal with it. I've got double standards, okay? So yeah, I'm just going to be bringing this down to the cows. I might as well explain the setup of my glimpse mod. I think I've trebled. Well, I've increased the size of the font. It's still the same. I've increased the size of the text so that I can read it. What I've also done is I have reduced the refresh time to half a second, so it's refreshing every half second to let me know exactly what's going on in half-second intervals. I think that's about it. I've got as much information as I can get. I can turn it down by pressing L, I believe. Oh, it's left Alt and L, so there we go. I don't have as much information as I can get. So we press Alt M, you get all of the information, including the tractors that are stopped up, which I don't really need, so I'll just set it one level higher. And there we go, that's all the information I really need. I'm wondering if I can potentially... No. So I'm going to be swapping out some tractors in the very near future, once I have the cows up and running. And I'm going to need to think about getting some equipment to feed the cows, because I don't have any at the moment, and that's kind of a problem. Also, this is a bit of an issue because I pulled in the wrong way. So I'm going to have to pull it around this fountain here and try and get it. There we go. And now nose it in as close to the fence as I can get, because I need to turn around in the shed. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to check some prices of things, because I wouldn't mind getting some cows, but I won't want to be breaking the bank over it. So that's 90. Ooh, that's a lot. I think, because I need a mower. I'll get the rear mower only. So that's, hang on, I'm going to write some stuff down on my trusty bit of sticky back paper thing. That's 8,300 for the mower. I'm also going to need a tether, which is 10,300. Okay, this is getting expensive all of a sudden. And then 17,000 for a windrower. And I suppose the best option would be the Profile 1880, which is 39,000. So I make that 6. 9 is 17, and 7 is 24, 5, 6, 7. 74,600 to get just the equipment to feed the so that's 74,600 plus, as well as that for silage. I'm going to need the T127, so that's another 24,000 on top of that. So that's 98,600. Oh dear. Gonna do this the easy way. So I'll need 100,000 euros. So 95,000 euro loan, so that I can get a mower, a tether, a windrower, a bale wrapper. And that. Okay, so we're 100,000 euros in the hole. And I think what I'm going to do with the rest of the bales after this is, because there's tons of them there, I'm going to start selling them. I'm going to do most of that off screen as well because there's so many bales there to be sold. Also the camera's spazzing out because I'm in the shed, kind of. There we go, that's the camera angle I kind of want. It's a bit dangerous, so I'm just going to drop it on the ground. And, oh dear. There we go, that's kind of close enough. Actually, no, I'm very specific with how I want these bales. Apparently. Especially if I'm going to be putting them onto the stack, because if I screw up, that's screwing up the entire stack. It's gonna. Oh, I want to show you something over here actually, because I was down here stacking the bales and I saw this pile of rocks and I thought, something seems a bit off about that. I was right, they're kind of floating ever so slightly above the terrain. I mean, if you look, if I move the camera or my head, you can see the terrain's moving slightly underneath them. So that's really, really off-putting and just seems a bit off. Well done, Giants, for that one. That's the map spotlight me coming through, where I just spot the small details very quick. I spot something that's a bit off and then go in and look at it closer and proclaim it as a massive thing that's wrong, that should be fixed. That's a minor thing. I'm sure Giants had bigger fish to fry and still do, especially with Westbridge Hills, because that map is still completely broken. As well, pretty much half the game. That's why I'm using mainly vanilla equipment. Also, there are not many good mods out. I can't put this bale down. There we go, and I'll just give it a little love tap to get it in where I want it. Won't go where I want it, so I'm just going to give it a little nudge. There we go. That's probably not something you do in real life, but it's something you can do in this game. Oh, that bale that's sticking out there at a weird angle. I tried something, it didn't work, and the bale is pretty much stuck there until I get to that point. It's not going to be moving much, or at all, I hope. If it flings itself out, that's kind of helpful, to be honest. Doesn't bother me all that much that it's pretty much stuck there for eternity. Or until I come down here with a bale trailer, because I'm broke. Whoa! Because I'm broke, I need to sell off all of the bales. So yeah, there is one minor issue with this bale trailer, and it's that because there's no lock script, you can just pull the wrong bales off. I'm gonna make do with the way it is now, and try to get it in to position. Putting it there is fine because I'll be putting more bales in as well. So I'm just gonna go get another one. Slab into that post again. And I'm gonna be ending the episode here pretty soon because, well, number one, there's not a lot else for me to do, and number two, pretty much all I have left to do is move these bales around. This is gonna be the last lot that I stack up for the time being. If I need more later on, because I am planning on getting quite a few cows. If I need more, I can just grow some barley or something and stack up a whole lot of wheat. One thing I'm not going to do, however, is what I did in Westbridge Hills, which was chaff up the wheat and make it into silage, that's just cheaty because you get a ton more than you probably should. Or chaff up the straw, even. I may get off screen I may off screen get a forage wagon to pick up some of the bales if I get the money for it, because trying to work with all these bales around is going to be painful. And that I don't believe there's a rule against me having a forage wagon. I'll double check the rules. But yes, I'm going. Gonna end the episode here because this bale is completely stuck. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna try and. Okay. Now, are you stuck now? Okay. I'm gonna end the episode here because there's still a lot for me to do. And I want to get this video up on time, and the other video I recorded today up on time. And I want to get some progression going. I know it's been slow going so far. I'll speed things up a small bit and do a bit more off-screen work. So I'll leave you by saying I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Bjornholm. Please comment, like and subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching, and goodbye.